It feels really good to be putting the camera back on and making another video. I haven't made a video in quite some time, so if you are a regular watcher, I really do apologize. I have been putting off making this video for so long. It's so funny how it's just a matter of getting it done, and it's just something that always keeps coming back, right? Like, I think there's really something special about some things in our life that continuously call us to do. And we're like, yeah, it's whatever. Like, it's not really a big deal. But meanwhile, for the past, whatever, like it was, like almost 2 months that I've made a video, I continuously think about making a video every single day. And it really sucks. Like, and a lot of it is definitely self-doubt and a lack of confidence that I can grow this channel into something that will actually, like, produce a profit and actually do something for me. And, also it's a very important topic for me. It's been I don't want to make excuses, but it's been a very interesting past couple of months that I'll definitely talk about today. And, there's definitely some shame with it. Like, I feel like I'm, like, talking to my fucking, like, family members. Like, even though there's not that many people that watch it, but I know that there's people that do really care about this topic. And I feel like it's just the admission of, like, there's some shame, there's some guilt, and I'm just admitting that I fucked up. And I'm going to talk about it. And that's what this channel is for, is to talk about the struggles. So I was on yesfap, but I'm back on the grind. I want to talk about it. I want to share what happened in hopes that you can relate to the struggle, or maybe find some motivation for yourself, or find a tidbit of information that can really help get out the details. The NoFap journey at first is quite an interesting one. You get really excited about doing all these things, and then you come to find that you progress so much, like your energy levels or whatever, your confidence, your game, whatever, like everything goes up, your fitness, right? But it starts to become something that is more detail oriented as you go through the years, which of course is part of the mastery. It's little things that are going to keep you on the NoFap journey, not big things, right? Like, maybe you're the type of person that at first when you did NoFap, you started working out and you're like, oh gosh, I'm doing this like really cool thing. And then all of a sudden it becomes something that is a regular part of your life. And now all of a sudden working out doesn't give you the same gratification as you used to have, but it's something that you still regularly do. It's something that's still awesome and it gratifies you and such, but it doesn't give you the same reward as it used to, because it's something that you've done for a long time. So you need to start looking at other areas of your life to improve upon. So I want to talk about where it all started and why I haven't really been doing NoFap and my reasons for starting to do it again. So back in, I believe, May of this year, I broke 2 of my ribs. For those that don't know, I am looking and striving to be a professional jiu-jitsu competitor, as well as a coach and instructor. And it's something that is really dear to me, that calls to me all the time, and it is the most important thing to me. I train 5 to 6 days a week. I don't miss a session. Like, I fucking go hard, and I study every single day to try to be one of the best in the world. What happened was, after I broke a couple ribs, I ended up continuing to train, and I continued to compete. I fucking won too. I won, I competed, and I did all these things that was amazing, and I was just in a lot of pain. My ribs were really in a lot of pain, and I had to take 2 months off. And I also sort of developed something that is way worse, in my opinion, was these terrible stomach pains. It was gastritis. If you don't know what that is, Google it. It's basically stomach inflammation. A high amount of acidity in your stomach gets produced. And it was more than likely a response to taking antibiotics as well as taking ibuprofen that winded up fucking up my stomach for really bad. I had these intense abdominal pains for like an entire weekend, and I woke up on a Monday and I was like, something is wrong. I'm in so much pain. It's so bad. And I ended up going to the hospital, and that they've told me what it was, and they gave me x-rays. Turned out 2 ribs were broken, which is crazy to me. Got broken during jiu-jitsu. And what does that mean? Well, with all this pain from my rib, from my stomach, and knowing that for the next 6 to 8 weeks, I cannot train. It just broke me. I'll say it. It broke me. That was my outlet for NoFap. I needed to do jiu-jitsu. I needed to strive towards those goals in order for me to stay on NoFap. That is the most important thing in order for me to stay on track. And because I couldn't do that, I just lost myself. And I started just getting rid of the energy elsewhere. Like, I was still meditating. I was still trying to journal and do cold showers and stuff like that, and still give myself good habits. But I winded up just folding, and some days I'd watch it. I would fap 3 times a day. I wasn't watching any prawn at first, though. That's the big thing. That was actually the big difference that I started to see. Like, there's levels to NoFap, and I could definitely tell you that after engaging in some prawn, but not too much. Like, it was mostly just regular fapping. I will say there's a huge difference between when you watch prawn and when you are just fapping to your imagination. There is such a huge difference. Let me explain it. The 2 main things I've come to notice. If you're watching, whatever, I'll fucking say it. If you're watching porn, you develop ADD. I don't care what anybody says. If you watch porn, you develop ADD. You cannot concentrate on things. Your focus is completely out of whack, and your cardio is not the same. Okay? If you're some sort of athlete or you really care about your physical fitness, partaking in less porn, less fapping is going to make a huge difference in the way that you feel and live physically, on a physical level, right? And I believe that is because of this hyper dopamine. Like, your body is just so like numb. Excuse me. It's so numb, and it makes it just, oh, sorry, it's a little late. Oh, excuse me. It ruins your concentration. It really does. Like, that was the biggest thing that I started to see when I engaged in it, and that's what is, of course, because especially, and it's one of those things, of course, that the more you do it, the worse it becomes. And after you do it like 3 to 5 times, you start to notice, like, oh, okay, this is really affecting my day-to-day, like, on a very bad level. Like, I'm getting, like, more depressed. I'm having a hard time focusing on things. Like, I can't do this. Like, I have to stop doing that. So I just was doing a lot of like regular fapping, and a big part of that was because I couldn't really exercise. Like, I didn't really exercise for like 6 weeks, which for me is probably the longest amount of time that I've been sedentary since I was about 16 years old. So about 9 years ago almost. Turning 25 next month in November. Woot woot. Hitting that quarter. I'm ready to go. I'll just tell you that right now. I'm ready to go. But so all of a sudden, I start to just see these changes, and the downside of what I saw from regular fapping was low energy levels. And the reason why I just eventually started fapping was that I didn't really have these outlets. I wasn't meeting any girls. I'm actually in the process of trying to move right now to go back to go back home. And I used to live in Long Island, New York. I ended up moving to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and it's definitely an awesome place to live. And I've been living here for a little bit over a year, but it's time to move back home. And I think that was a big link and a realization of why I was engaging in what I was engaging in, because I just have been feeling really depressed lately while I'm here. And that's a big reason why I even want to start making these videos, because making the video is fun and it gives me something to do. When I'm not training jiu-jitsu, I'm literally depressed when I'm here. Like, I cannot be here anymore. I'd like to move back, start focusing on working on a business with my friend that we're doing in person personal training and group fitness. One of my dreams I've always wanted to do, and we're going to do it together. We have a spot that we're going to start, and I can't wait. I'm going to be training at a professional jiu-jitsu team under Matt Serra, the UFC legend. Yeah, that's right. And I'm really pumped for it. And I'm really excited for life. And I'm excited for it. I really am. It's going to be fucking awesome. And it took that realization. And that's the most powerful thing about this NoFap journey, is when you do start falling off, the most important thing is you catch yourself. Because it doesn't matter that you are the most perfect person, but every time that you fall off on NoFap, the important thing is that you just kind of look at things and think, okay, why did this happen? And what do I need to change in my life in order to help this not happen again? And that's what I had to ask myself. And the big honesty is, I just feel like I have nothing really going on, and I feel very stuck, and there's not much going on, and I don't really feel like I can make anything happen, and I want to make something great happen for myself. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's what my heart says. And you got to listen to your heart. You got to listen to like what keeps calling you every single day, even when you try to ignore it, because that's a big sign. If you're thinking about something every single day that you're not doing and it calls you, that's a good sign that you should be doing it. So, yep, that's basically the main reason there. I think I got kind of lost down the path a little bit. And I'm really excited to just be having this conversation with myself and making this video again, kind of confirming like, okay, I'm back on NoFap. Like, it's been about, I don't know. I actually don't even remember. I think it's only been like less than a week since I've been back on it. It hasn't been much. But it's funny because literally in just 5 days or whatever it is, I feel the difference already. Like, it's crazy. It really is crazy, the difference of doing it and not doing it. And I think that it's really important for us people on NoFap is to have some sort of particular physical hobby that we really dive deep into and that we're really, really interested in. I think it's really important for us to do. And so, my food is ready. I'm going to go ahead and eat dinner. I'll dive deeper into this if you'd like. Just leave a comment. Please like the video if you made it this far. I would really appreciate it. And I guess the final note is stay fucking hard. Literally. Physically. You know what I'm talking about? Stay hard. Live life with that energy. And go after your dreams and follow your heart and work hard at it. And work hard at what you actually give a fuck about. If you can't work hard at it, it's because you don't give a fuck about it. I'm dead serious. Find something that you give a fuck about and work hard at it. I'll tune in next time. Stay fucking hard.